Welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana has been a practicing psychic for over 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. If you want to know more about what she does, check her out at www.enchantedsky.com.
Good morning, Kent. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm home. If you guys don't know, I went on vacation and had a horrible time. I got into an argument with a good friend of mine, that poor lady. It was just because, and I had car trouble and I was scared to drive, but I'm home. I solved it myself, you guys. Remember, I always tell you guys to do something that scares you. I was terrified. And I kept saying, I wonder, because I kept overheating a little. And I'm like, I went and got the part, went and got all the parts I needed, called around. And now I don't live there. I don't know anybody. Found a guy who did it for $65. Shout out to Hex Service. They are wonderful. So if you're ever in Arkansas, in Hot Springs, Arkansas, they're great. And I drove home with no problem.
That's it. Of course, we do want to give a shout out to our good friends for their financial support, Diamonds Natural Store, for all of your fur babies' healthy needs and diet needs. Check them out. Also, if you have skin and are looking for great skin care that is all natural beauty line, visit moisturizedchaos.com. And today, of course, we've got our good friend Susie Evolutionary in with us. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Now, let me explain a little bit about Susie. We know each other. We've just become friends. So we know each other. And she's been my astrologer. Now, you guys know that I'm getting ready to get like weight loss surgery. She's the one that I'm talking to about what days to go to. She's an expert astrologer. She knows her stuff. Trust me on this. I'm so happy to have you here, Susie, because I need to brag and tell everybody the world about you because I think you're awesome. So, as I said, I'm learning astrology. I don't know a whole lot. I use my intuitive ability and then kind of put it with what astrology I know. But I don't. She's the one that knows the transit. She's the one that knows that. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Susie.
Well, I'm a trauma-informed professional astrologer and metaphysical practitioner. I cannot dial into your crossed over loved ones the way Lana can. She is just absolutely amazeballs. I feel and read. I'm claircognizant and clairsentient, but I feel and read energy. And the first time I stumbled upon Lana, I have Pluto on my ascendant, which makes me kind of a human lie detector, and you can sniff out. So the second I'm in somebody's energy, I can read their authenticity, which my Aries moon needs. I can't. Passive aggressive, not my thing. Inauthentic, not my thing. Certainly not in my personal life. So I immediately liked her, and then we had a session, and then that was it. Fell in love. But I've been practicing now for a couple of years. I started learning. Okay, well, I just turned 53, so I'm just going to own that. So I started learning in the late 80s from a friend whose brother was a professional astrologer, and then in the late 80s. This was not something you were going to go to college for, pay your bills with, anything. So it just kind of sat, and my gifts, I closed them up when I was a kid because they scared the bejeebas out of me. I didn't have anybody to tell me what it was. I was just told I was weird, and I probably shouldn't say that stuff out loud. So I didn't. And then that all came back. And then somewhere around, the mid 2000 out of 15, 16, I thought I'm going to transition very slowly. And then COVID hit, lockdown hit. I thought I would lose my mind, not learning, not engaging, so I just said, I'm just going to go back to school and take up astrology like 1,000%. So since then I've been practicing.
So the reason we've got her on is, one, I want to brag about her because she's awesome. But two, she's got a special. And three, there is some stuff going on astrologically that my mind. And
It's
so
crunchy.
fill us in, because I'm where to start. Go for it, because it's I know it's true. And
Yeah.
and I've told all of my followers, this stuff is true. I used to really doubt it. And the more I know it's true.
Oh, astrology is real. So currently the biggest thing probably everyone is feeling is Leo Mars is squaring the Uranus and Taurus. And so, Mars isn't just conflicts, it's our impetus, it's how we move, it's our action. It's actually, Mars is great in the 10th house because it shows action. We can see career here. We can see I always say people confuse Venus and the moon and what's love and what's like how you act behind closed doors. Mars is how you're sliding into home. Venus may be how you get them to the stadium, how you attract them in. But when we're talking about playing the bases and how you slide into home, that's also Mars. But Mars in a fire sign, it can express especially Leo, and I love Leos. Each lower expression of each sign usually has to correlate with some kind of trauma or what was missing in childhood is what gets exaggerated kind of in personality or in overcorrection as we are adults. So with Leo, sometimes it's not the attention, it's really the acknowledgement, and it's usually acknowledgement not received as a child. So it's just a common thread in all different ways. It can be small and nuanced, it can be big and exaggerated. But so when we have that Leo fiery Mars that wants the acknowledgement, and then it is squaring. And when something is squaring, it's like a blind corner. So something's aggravating you, something's agitating the situation, but you don't know what it is. You can't put a name to it. It's a blind corner. And when it's squaring Uranus in Taurus, Uranus is disruption. And it's surprise. It's things we can't plan for. Even when we see Uranus in the chart for a client or an upcoming transit, we can tell them what the subject, how it might express, depending on the house and what other things, what other planets and placements it's talking to. But it's still surprise. So, we can't, yeah.
Oh, you mean like a car that won't run, or electricity that goes out in your hotel for 6 hours? Yes. Or
yes.
Yes. I know. I was just talking to you about earlier about my life, what was going on, and I'm like, what's going on? And she said, oh no, it's astrological. And I'm like, you're kidding, really? She goes, no, really. And she told me, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna put you on my show. That's what we're gonna do. Because I'm like, it's, I always think that people don't always understand that astrology, when we talk about planets, it's time. It has to do with time. It's not your actual, this Pluto planet, it's a time thing, and how they move around, And I always say E equals MC squared. That's why it works. That's all I can say. And that's the easiest way to do it. But I'm just fascinated knowing that this is in the chart right now. So tell us some transits going on. So tell us about it, because it's fascinating, you guys. Every time I talk to her, I'm fascinated. So anyway, go ahead.
No, just so that Venus, it went exact on my birthday. So my birthday was a little crunchy. I'll be honest. I was like, we're having a redo. I even, so, and it's sitting on my Saturn and my progress sun. So it was, it depends. If you don't have a lot in fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, you may not have felt it as much. And especially if you don't have anything around 21 degrees, you may not have felt it as deeply personal, but everybody would have felt that's a collective transit. So everybody's going to feel the Venus square Mars. And of course, we're going to see things in mundane, meaning the collective, in public.
Okay.
There's the cat.
So explain this so that they understand. So it being in Leo, would you be affected more the transit, or
if you have planets around? It's not so much if you have anything in Leo. We really look at the depth of how the strength of how something is going to affect you, the strength of how a transit would affect you, by what we would refer to as orbs or the degree of the planet. So, Uranus is at 21 degrees in a fixed sign. Leo is Mars is at 21 degrees in a fixed sign.
How do you find all this? Now, will this appear like if you go to I don't know, cafeastrology.com and it'll, because these are transits though, right? So
I'm a big fan of astro.com.
Okay.
I know some people like their planets listed. Listen, if it makes you happy, if you like it, I love it. But yeah, you can go put in your birth information and get your chart. If you want to email me, or which you can just go on my website and go to contact. I'm happy to send people their charts. They don't have one, doesn't really cost me anything. But yeah, it's a little harder to read the transits, but you're just going to look for things around the same degree as the transit's happening. Today, again, we have a lot of Mercury happening as well. So we have Mercury has moved into Cancer out of Gemini. So you may feel less busy. Okay. You may feel like you're not tripping over your words as much. You may feel like you can center and nurture the thoughts that you've had in the last couple of weeks. Okay. But that is also, Mercury is trining the moon, and it's a Scorpio moon. So it's Mercury in Cancer and the moon in Scorpio right now as we sit. In a couple of hours, it won't be in such a tight trine because the moon.
Okay.
And the trine is I love you more. So it can be very deep and very, today could be the day of apologies, especially right after as this.
That's funny. I got an apology today from somebody already this morning. So that's what I'm saying. This stuff is true. You know what? I got a question and I don't understand it. Do you know what a human design chart is?
Human design is a whole other, you would take a quiz or a test, or ideally you would find somebody who practices human design. There are human design coaches, and there are manifestor generators. It's, I don't want to say it's like the Briggs-Myers personality test, because it's not, but finding what you are in human design is similar to the same process of finding whether you're an INFJ or whatever in that. So it's about whether you're a manifest generator. How do you use your manifestation power based on the qualifications of the human design system? I'm not an expert. And one of the things that I always say is I will not pontificate nor pretend to be an expert on anything that I'm not, because I want people to feel like they're in a well-guided, ethical.
I say that I'm not an expert in astrology. That's the first thing I say. I said, I know the signs and I understand them. And I said, and it takes years and years and years to learn it. So, and I'm like, but anyway, so for the next, so let's say for the next maybe month or so, what are some of the stuff we could be expecting could be going on
for the next month or so? Well, the good news is Uranus moves real slow. It's an outer planet. So that's going to stay in Taurus, disrupting our collective financial stability. And we're going to see food stuff just while it's in Taurus in general. And Uranus plays a big part all through the summer. It's squaring things and trining things. So unfortunately, this isn't the last we'll see of Uranus this summer. But Mars moves faster. So Mars is going to move out of that square, and that will release a little bit. And like I said, today for a little while, we have the sun trining the moon a little later, which is a really beautiful between water signs. And again, today we have the moon trining Mercury. So you could have a deeper conversation, something somebody hasn't said because the moon is in Scorpio, something somebody's been keeping, and Cancer will allow them to nurture that. Cancer Mercury can allow them to nurture that, that thought. But as we move into July, it's a lot. Neptune goes retrograde on the 30th.
Okay.
So Neptune is very nebulous. It's very foggy. It's where we can at its highest expression, Neptune is unconditional love. It's another octave of Venus. It is that whether, no matter what religion or belief system you have, we would refer to it on a spiritual level as that Christ consciousness, which just means that there is one thought, that the religion is love, and that there's one stream of consciousness that we all kind of share. And so Neptune is really the embracing of that. It's one of the rulers of Pisces. But the lower mid expression of Neptune, which we all kind of experience, is paranoia, delusion, but not in a catastrophic, Lifetime movie institutionalized kind of way. The thoughts that tell you can't do something, the thoughts that make you feel paranoid. Somebody's mad at you, you don't know why somebody's mad at you, but you're just sure they're mad at you and it has nothing to do with you, that kind of thing. So it can be very foggy. It's harder to make decisions when Neptune is strongly aspecting.
So when is this happening?
Well, Neptune's been in Pisces for a while, and it's about to go retrograde.
Okay.
It's at 27 degrees right now.
What does that mean for my followers? See, some of my followers don't know any of this. What does that retrograde mean? What do the degrees mean? So that
Right. So retrograde if you have something around 27 degrees in mutable signs, which is Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, or Sagittarius, or water signs, you're going to feel it the most.
Okay, so just a side note, I'm both Pisces and Sag. So
I know, girl. Because I'm always telling you, you're so nice. You give everybody 1,000 chances. Yes. Because Pisces, so Neptune, I lovingly call my community, my Pisces community, like they have cotton candy walls. So it's harder sometimes to have boundaries. You want to let everybody in because you understand the large scale. You don't just understand you're not in a egocentric state of mind. You're not even thinking about the neighborhood or the globe. You're thinking about the universe and how you're the small tiny little thing in a big giant universe. And so you care for everybody. You want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You want everyone to be sensitive with you how you wish they were with you, and that can be very Neptunian energy. But it's foggy, it's cotton candy, it's cloudy. When it goes into retrograde, which just means the planet is going to stay still.
Okay.
And then start, we'll just say, without me getting into all of the scientific clinical, it's going to kind of go backwards. It's not going to be going in forward motion. So when we see retrogrades of any type, they're not bad. They are a opportunity. They are an energetic and astrological opportunity to rethink, restructure, reevaluate.
Yep.
Whatever the subject of that planet and the house. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Even Mercury in retrograde isn't necessarily bad.
I've had things you don't want to do. Your car's going to break, but wait till the Mercury retrograde is over to buy a new one.
Exactly. Because remember, that's what we were figuring, because Mercury goes in retrograde in August. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do anything medical in August.
When Lana referenced that I was helping her pick a date, that's called electional astrology. And there are things that you want if you're opening a business. There are things that you want if you're launching opening a business, but launching it virtually is very different than throwing an opening party. If you're going to throw a big opening party, you want Jupiter, you want Sagittarius, you want Wahoo, you want everybody to have a great time at the party. But if you're sending an email blast, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to Mercury and the moon and what houses.
By the way, don't you have a special or something going on?
I do. I have, because I run 2 flash sales every year, just 2. And so I always sit in gratitude when it's another spin around the sun, right? When it's another solar return. And my way, I feel like it's important for people, especially if we have the power of influence, if we have a platform and we have any kind of gifts that we're choosing to utilize, because everybody has access to gifts. But when this is our focus and we're choosing to help people and we're supposed to be raising the vibration, I feel like it's important to give back. So I do that. And that is, I have 4 appointments that are on sale. My 90-minute is like $40 off right now. And that's running till midnight tonight. And that's on the website. And if anybody has any questions, they can email me.
Yep.
And I'll get to them in between appointments. Yeah.
You want somebody who knows astrology, you need to talk to her because she is very good. She really is. And I can't, she's been very helpful for me too. And I just find it humorous that you're a Cancer. Remember, I've told my followers that for some reason, everybody in my life is Cancer. Every single flippin' person. I know you are. My husband is, my best friend is. Both of my husband's best friend, he is too. My kids are, you name it. My dad was, my grandfather, my nephew, crazy. And I still think it has something to do with me being such a strong Capricorn rising, because you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's interesting. So I want to circle back to that, because between your Sagittarius Mercury and my Gemini Mercury, we could start 500 different subjects and not finish them. So the only thing I want to say about Kent is like, yeah, I get that. So, but before because that's so important, what Lana just touched on, something so important. But on the 30th, the thing about Neptune, when it goes retrograde, it's a little different than all the other planets. Can feel a little, when it first hits, especially, it throws us off our axis. It throws us off our norm. It can feel a little wonky when Neptune, because it's normally in its normal state, it is nebulous, it is foggy, it is cotton candy, it's harder to see. We get more clarity when Neptune goes in retrograde. We find truths fall in our lap when Neptune goes in retrograde, because there's a clarity. It's still in Pisces, so it's extra Neptunian. So it won't be as clear if, say, Neptune was in Gemini and then it went retrograde. That would be much, or Virgo, where Mercury is involved. But it's people before Venus goes into retrograde, and while Neptune is in retrograde, that time between June 30th and July 23rd, that is when you know, for this summer, when you can rely on what somebody's saying, or if they're not, you'll know, especially because Neptunian energy is that higher octave, its connection to the 5D.
So what you're saying, you're going to be able to catch somebody's BS.
Not only that, but like there can be a nervousness around this summer with Venus in retrograde in Leo. It's all that glitters isn't gold. And people will be able to present something that it'll look so good. It'll feel so good. It'll be the right price. It'll be everything this person, this deal, this whatever, this investment. And it won't be. So
be careful.
The window is between, the 30th and the 23rd is when.
Heard that. Be careful.
I actually have a whole Susie Evolutionary on YouTube. We did a 2-part. My friend Connie Jo Skywalker, who's just the most brilliant astrologer. We did a 2-part video together called Summer of Love ? And we go through every single transit. So if you're concerned about how this summer is going to hit you with all the Uranian energy and everything else, you could watch that. And we literally, it's up on the screen, every single transit, every single degree. So you can take your chart. And if you don't have one, you can contact me and I will send you one. You can follow along. But so you had I just wanted to say this. So it's going to clear up. If you were waiting to make a decision about something, after the 30th is a good time.
Okay.
After the 30th is a good
time. Guys. There you go. Well, thank you so much. Now tell us more. How can we get a hold of you again?
It's just SusieEvolutionary.com is one-stop shopping. That's going to be where my
take advantage today.
My social
what's
till midnight. Today's Wednesday, the 28th. Yeah. I usually run it for about 72 hours, and then I won't run one again till the 26th.
Yep. I'm doing the specials. Everybody's watching me. I'm half off, and it's only this next week, and I'm almost all booked. I think maybe 3 openings yet, because I don't offer it that much. So that's another thing. We'll hear again from Susie. I'll have you on occasionally, because we want to do stuff together. So I think
may I just say 2 things. One, I want to say something about Lana, because again, I'm really picky. I can smell out when somebody's not being honest. But the first session I had with her, my mom had passed. Is it 2 years? it'll be 2 years this July. And so, and I'm real picky, and like I was close with my mom. I did her hospice. We don't have a lot left unsaid. But there was just something I was wondering about, and I didn't say anything. I think we said hello, and she said, I have a lady here and she has blonde hair. No, no, no. She said platinum. My mother and I fought for 20 years because anything that, because she would say blonde, and if it wasn't white, it was brown. This to her would be all, your hair in the front would be, Ken's beard would be brown. Everything was, so as soon as it was, no, 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 tell her it's platinum. And then she described her exactly. She is an evidentiary medium. So she's not just going to say, oh, I have your loved one here. It's an older gentleman that passed, and he says he's proud of you. That's probably, you want details, Lana is your girl. And the only other thing I want to say is you said something brilliant. You think you attract Cancer because you're a Capricorn rising. Our rising sign is very connected to our identity, and it's the thing that we kind of express the most, whether we want to or not. Yes. And the opposite is your descendant. So you're on your descendant line, which holds your partner house. That is Cancer, and that is the balance to that Capricorn. And you will attract in Cancerian energy, whether it's people with fourth house.
It's just crazy. Like I said, my best friend's in the process of moving up here. He wants to take care of me while I'm getting and he's Cancer. And it's just, and I'm looking, and everybody I talk to, and it's just crazy. And I have to chuckle. And I know that's what it is. It's because we offer balance. We balance each other. Do you know what I'm saying? And I get that.
Yes, and I'm a Virgo rising, and you're a Pisces moon. So see how math checks itself.
Yeah, we do.
Right. So I attract a lot of Pisces in my life because that runs my 7th house, and there you are. And so this is how synastry works. But thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you so much, darling. And catch her on sale. She's really good. She really is.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, you can email me. I'm happy to answer stuff and send charts. This has been a pleasure.
She's on YouTube also, so you guys can join her too. Okay. All right.
Bye, guys.
Like,
follow. Thanks, Susie.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye. So there you go. Okay. Got it.
She is awesome.
Yes, she is. No, her and I have discussed about doing possible workshops and retreats because we feed off each other so well. And I think it'd be a good comment. And I do know Connie Joe real well. Connie Joe has called me for readings. And so I know her. You see what I'm saying? We all know each other. And that's our little community. Because see, you always look for somebody that doesn't have your skill. Do you see what I'm saying? That makes you cool. A lot of people say that that's also true. When you're looking for a partner, you're really looking for somebody that has the stuff you don't.
Yeah. And her knowledge, man, I was just kind of soaking it in. It's way cool. I mean,
it is.
The ability, I could listen to her all day. Just like fascinated.
Yep. Really cool. So you guys will have to take advantage of her. Now, before I start, because I got 2 minutes before I have to do my readings, and you guys know I always do them for free. You had said something to me about a prediction that I did.
Yeah, I just found it too. So I'm going to hold this up. So you'll see it says Lana's predictions 2022. So this is page 1 of 2022.
Oh, it was in 2022.
2022.
Okay.
So January of 2022, go back and watch that or listen to that podcast. You said there will be a new type of meat source in the United States, man-made. And sure enough,
I did put man-made. Okay. See, I don't always remember. You guys, people. Okay. So this is what I'm going to get it all put in one spot. And what I'm going to do is publish it on Amazon, and you can buy it for like $2 and have it downloaded, and everybody gets a copy. That's what I'm going to do, because you have to remember, I'm channeling. I don't always remember what I say. And I get a lot of people that are very, well, you better find it. And I just was like, it's there. Like I said, I did the submersible that was lost. I had predicted on live, and we can't find it. And Tina is my moderator, and we had been looking for it, and it's there. And I think it was on a live, and I had said it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got in trouble. couple weeks ago, I got blocked. Don't even know what I said. And I think it was on that live. And so we're trying to pull up what's left of that live because I had said it. So, but I did on TikTok predict, and see, I'm trying not to, I'm just like, this is what happened, was that I kept hearing 2. And so you guys have to understand, I don't understand. I heard 2. Well, it was we heard exactly 2 days late after they heard the implosion, 2 days on the 22nd at 2 p.m. So I'm like, and so all I know is that I got to get this more organized because I had no idea this was going to like take off. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So be watching. I'm hoping that, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just looking at your February 26th. It says banks collapsing.
When was that, in 22?
That was 2022, of course.
Yeah.
What happened? Financial uprising in the U.S. So we're kind of feeling that.
Yeah.
There's just now. I'm the guy. I wrote it down
Yes.
to call BS, right?
I know you did.
And then I just keep crossing them off because
Yes.
they're coming true. So
yes, and I see. I don't remember some of the, and you have to remember from time to time. I get them at night. I write them down, and I relate them, and I don't remember what I say sometimes. Seriously, because I'm not like in a trance or anything, but I'm repeating what I'm told. So
yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? So, but we're going to probably have to go all the way back to 18 because I look back on my Facebook and I put Roe versus Wade would be overturned right on Facebook in 2018. So, and I'm not, it's not me. I want everybody to understand. I'm very grateful for what I've been given. It's a great responsibility at times though, but it's not me. I'm just repeating what I'm told. So I want you guys to understand that. Okay. It's not thinking I'm so wonderful. I'm being told. So I give my credit to my guides and to whoever's out there giving it to me. So, and I know it's guides and angels. So, okay. It looks about that time.
Absolutely. This is a time where you can ask
back on today because, I figured with Susie on there, they couldn't see her. So I wish TikTok would get on the ball and join StreamYard and stuff so I could be on there.
That would be nice.
Yeah. So, but there's nothing I can do. And by the way, I do have a new account. If you guys are not watching, go to Instagram, Lana's Enchanted Sky. It's all Lana's and then _enchanted_ sky. I'm verified. Nobody can steal me now. It's got my little check mark on there. So you can check it's me.
That's
awesome. I'm going to start going live on there because I feel more safe on that, being verified and everything. So, okay.
There you go. Good morning. Right. Stephanie Walsh says, good morning. Lana, is a promotion coming my way?
Possibly, but it's not for a while yet. It's like August or September. They're looking at you and talking about it. And I want to say there's 2 people, and I think they're 2 males. They're talking about it. So it will be possibly, I'm going to be honest with you, they're going to try to lowball it. I want you to be careful about the money that would be coming in from it. Okay. Because I just feel like that they can get away with it. They will.
Yeah.
And so I want you to be careful. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Terry T says, question, Miss Lana, do you see me ever getting married or settling down with a guy? I kind of don't want to lose hope.
Terry, I want to say this lifetime might be the one where you're just by yourself, but it's okay. I feel like at some point there's going to be a man. I don't know if you will be married, but there will be a guy that comes in and out. And I don't know if you guys, I almost want to say you have your own apartments or something. Like it goes on like that and you're completely fine with it, but yet he's there. Does that make sense? I think so. But, I want to say this lifetime, you're here to learn that it's okay. You don't have to be in a relationship. You know that. But I do want to say that there is somebody that's going to be in your wheelhouse coming up between October and February of next year. Okay.
Nice.
So just hold on. It's coming.
Marissa Mitchell says, Lana, waiting on an offer. Need to
Are
sell.
you?
Must be a home. When will I close?
I know what she's talking about. Hi, Marissa. I haven't talked to you in a while. I thought it would be sold by now. But we did talk. Wasn't something like with redacted? Wasn't it something like that? And you dropped the price. We talked about that. Okay. Here's what I'm getting. I feel like somebody's interested and they've been having a hard time getting financing. All right. So just remember that. All right. I want to say it's after the new year. Sorry to I know it's 6 months away, but I do want to say, but they've been trying for financing, but they're interested. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. Maybe you don't yet, but there is somebody that's been trying to buy it. So just be patient. I'll burn you a candle, manifestation candle.
There you go.
Right? Okay.
Remember, when asking Lana questions, please be specific in your question. Tracy, Trace says, will I be able to fly on a trip scheduled at the end of August due to heart?
Yes. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. They're going to, I feel like everything, it's going to be taken care of. Okay. You'll be all right.
Nice.
So you need the vacation.
We all do.
Yeah. I get it. Go ahead.
Hi, Lana. Yvonne Rampa says, will I be changing careers soon?
Yes. I'm getting again February. I don't know why that. Okay. So June, let's see. So July, August, September. 8 months. I don't know what I'm getting at February. I want to say something around then. It's creative. Does that make not a problem, Susie? It's creative. Does that make sense to you, Yvonne? Okay. I don't understand that, but it's creative. It's like you got to use your creativity with it.
Nice.
It might start out as a kind of like a side hustle and become more. Does that make sense? Because it doesn't feel like you're just going to go into the corporate America again. I think, you know what I'm saying? It's something more creative,
Love
more
it.
personal. Okay.
Love it. Linda says, they found a lump a year ago. I'm due for another check next month.
You're
Is
fine.
it all going to be okay?
It's fine. I want to say it's actually a little smaller, correct? And if not, you want to know what you should do? Start eating mung beans. That's Chickasaw peas. It is proven to reduce the size of any type of lumps or anything like that. Also, castor oil. You rub castor oil on it, you would be shocked. I tried it and it works. So it does.
Nice.
Okay.
Malaysia Jameson says, hey, Lana, what does Robert, my team lead, think of me at work?
Well, first of all, he's thinking you're cute, and that probably isn't that for professional, but he does think that. But anyway, he likes you. He wants to help you somehow. Does that make sense? Like, I wants to help you out too. But I don't know if he would ever tell you he thought you were attractive. But anyway, because he's not supposed to, because it's, professional. But he thinks you're going places. Like maybe there's promotions involved or something. He feels like you're going places. I don't know how else to say that, Malaysia. Okay. And Malaysia, I've known her for a while. So, and how have you been? Malaysia had a car accident. And correct, Malaysia. Anyway, I always check on my people, but to make sure everybody's feeling okay. So I'm hoping you're feeling good. But yeah, you might end up with something. You might be getting a promotion or something coming up there. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Malaysia. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. She says, yeah. Yvonne says, yeah, thank you. She's in marketing. So very creative, which is great.
Very creative.
Yeah. Wells of Wisdom Tarot says, hey there, Lana. Will I ever find a next love relationship? Tired of being alone?
I hear that. And it seems to me, I think because it's COVID, there's a shift, don't you think? That people are more like isolated and stuff, even though they're kind of the whole thing is over, sort of. But now remember, my prediction was as fast as it came in is as fast as it'll leave. And don't you see it's starting to dwindle? And I said by 2025, it won't even hear about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Wells of Wisdom. Let me see what I'm getting. It's going to be a while, dear. I want to say maybe about 2 years. But there is a very nice looking, well dressed man. I feel like he's either a businessman or he's just a professional. Could be a realtor. I don't know about that. No, he seems like he's medical or something, but he's dressed well. He's dressed nicely. And kind of a smaller frame, looser colored hair. I think he's African American, but very kind of a lighter complected person. Well dressed, got some facial hair. I want to say he doesn't play. Like he'll come right out and you know what I'm saying? When
Correct.
he will be looking for a relationship, and when you meet him, it will go very fast. Okay,
right.
just be patient. It's coming. All right.
There we go. Barbara Munoz says, "Will my marriage survive?"
I hate predicting this because I feel like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, my dear. Because if I said no, go, you know, see what I'm saying? But if I say yes, I want you, you already know. That's what I'm going to tell you. You already know. Okay. And for me to be asking that question, you already know the answer. So, but I want you to, I don't know about that. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. You decide, but I don't know if it will. Okay. All
There
right.
you go.
All right.
And Tina, just another shout out to Susie for all the wonderful insights. Anyone interested should visit Susie at www.susieevolutionary.com. And don't forget about our flash sale. Ends today.
Yes.
So make sure you take care of that. Susie says, yeah, castor oil is amazing. I saw the video about putting it on the eyes.
Eyes. I saw that too.
Within 2 weeks, I need my reader's list. I was blown away.
Wow. I know it works. And I've been using it for a couple of different things. And I've noticed a huge difference. And it does work. So try that for,
Yeah.
I know, especially when they were saying there's lumps in your, like in breasts and different lumps in different places that will reduce the sizes. So yeah.
That is it. That's it. We're not getting a ton of questions in here today. We've got some good people
That's
listening.
because I don't have TikTok on, and that's okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, people
Usually have a couple hundred on TikTok also. So yeah.
maybe people are just hanging out and waiting until after the 30th.
Well, that could be.
You know. But, you know, I'm just saying. Good stuff. You, of course, if you want a reading and you want to get in touch with Alana, you know, she's out there. And if you go right here, private reading, visit Lana at enchantedsky.com. For fast answers at a low cost, go to coffee.com. That's ko-fi.com /% side 20 Enchanted Sky. Trust Lana for dependable insights. Limited time use. Use the code LANA50. You too have a sale going on that's going to end shortly where it's 50% off.
Yes, on anything. So if you want a class, I had some people that wanted to I'm actually supposed to be doing a drawing. Remember I do drawings, like I do school drawings, and you guys know I'm an artist. I'm an art teacher too. And and they're getting them half off. And what I do when I do those is everybody's like, well, do you draw what you don't see? I'm like, no, I usually look at the person. I draw a picture. And as I'm drawing the picture, I'm getting a reading from them and I hear them. So do you see what I'm saying? I do it a little differently, but that's how I kind of do it though. So yeah.
Jen Krejci says, good morning. I've got a question. Is my husband's business going to make it through this tough, slow season?
He's going to change gears somehow. I don't want to know if he's going to actually close the business, but it's going to take on something else. You're going to go in a slightly different angle to keep it going. And actually it will do fairly well, but it's like, he's just changing gears a little. Okay. So be thinking about how he's going to do that. Okay.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Excellent. Sue says, yeah, castor on eyelids. My floaters are lighter.
I'm telling you, it does work. And it's just amazing because what castor oil does is it reduces inflammation in general. And years ago, I know when I was pregnant, they said, if you want to like have the baby and you're overdue, don't go drink castor oil, which is gross. But people swear by it. Like,
Well, yeah, back in the day, that was a lot of the remedy was castor oil. Take a spoon of castor oil, right? Susie Evolutionary says this was my first podcast and I loved it. I'll come
good.
back anytime and talk about astrology, inner child healing, spiritual ethics, whatever. So much fun, which puts us right here at the end of today's show. Again, we can't thank you all for hanging out with us this week. And again, go to enchantedSky.com, book your readings, keep Lana busy, use Lana 50 for the next little bit.
Yep.
And away it goes. But take advantage of it now while it's there. And of course, our good friend, we'll just throw it up there one more time. There is Susie Evolutionary's website, flash sale running through today, and then it's done. Not going to be around for a while. So
We will not be on next week. Remind everybody it's July 4th.
Well, yeah, it'll be July 5th. It's a recovery. Yeah.
Well, my husband's that whole week though, it's my husband's birthday. So like
There you go.
too. So we're going to do something. So
Yeah.
maybe I'm actually going to get a real vacation and just relax for once.
Yep.
So
Tina, all your great work and things that you do to help Lana's Enchanted Sky is great. She just says, hey, everybody, thanks for taking some time and spending it with us. And again, thanks you, diamondsnaturalstore.com, for all your fur babies' healthy diet needs. Also, if you've got skin, looking for a great skincare company and beauty line, visit moisturizedchaos.com. For all of us here, 21.6 The Net, thanks for getting caught in the net and hanging out with us. Until next time, be good, but more importantly, be good to one another.